So hi everybody and welcome back to the Unreal Engine 5 full game tutorial series for absolute beginners. This video 27, and in this video we want to implement a fast prototype level. And the reason for that is because we want to test our widget, and when I start my game you can see we have already implemented this option, herd and progress car, and now we want to call them. But to call them we need a level. We could make it here, but I want to also show you how to you can create a fast prototype level on your own. And of course, remember, you can also import just a finished level, free assets. There are many maps, you can just import them, use this as a template, change them like you want, or you are a designer, then you can create it from scratch anyway. And I'm not a designer, but I still show you how to create a map prototype from scratch, and let's do this now. So first of all, we go here on top, new level. Select here one of you want. I choose the one with the clouds here already. Create this one, and we are on the new level. The first thing what I do is you can use the floor instead of a landscape if you make something, a building or something like what you want, but let's use a landscape in our case for test purposes. I just delete this floor, and then I go here on top, I select landscape, and by default you have something like this. Is much too big, we don't want that. The first thing what we change is here this height. Location is all time 100 above 0. I want it on 0, 0, 0 so that I can calculate more things. Then I go here down, and this because it's just for test purposes, I make here a very small map just for test, and then I change else, so this one here, the number of components, I want only 1. And now it's a little bit too small. Let's make this a little bit bigger. I think that's okay now. And then you can set up here the material. I have not here landscape material or something like so. Let's write here landscape material. We have here something which is not showing up, so I don't select anything, but you can select here landscape material and just assign them, or you can create it without like me and assign them later. Now you are here in the sculpt mode. Sculpt mode means you can make here hills, mountains, and do a lot of other things as well. Here you have many options, but this is something for another video, so that's I skip because I want just make a very simple prototype level. And that's why I go here on top, click on this one, go to select, and that's my landscape almost. Now I have to style this a little bit better than this one, and I use imported assets, and like I said, there are many free assets. For example, I use the low poly Viking assets, and I have not imported all the assets. I have just imported the assets which I really want to use, and you can see I have here just some water. Let's put a water here. Now we have a water asset, very nice. Let's put it here, very fast styling, not much thinking, and say it's okay. You can select your details, perhaps you select this one to make it a little bit more accurate, and then you say okay, now I have made my water here perfect. It's a little bit above, I go a little bit down, very nice. And then you say okay, we have used the water, let's go to the models, let's go rocks. I use just one rock here. Oh, this one is very big anyhow. Okay, let's scale this down. Again, we go to the details panel, let's reset this one and let's go to the scale here, or you can just use here the keyboard scales as well, the shortcuts, and then scale this a little bit down, something so. And I say okay, that's very nice for my prototyping. I put it here, and let's see, perhaps I stretch it a little bit more. Oh no, let's make it so just for fun. And then I say, because I want to not use too many assets, let's duplicate it. Alt, I press Alt, and then I can put here this arrow, and then now I have duplicated this one. And let's say I put a little bit more in the trees. Okay, now I have trees. I put here a tree. Again, Alt and this arrow, I put here a tree for fun, and let's put here a tree for fun as well, because we are, yeah, that's our design. Let's keep this one so. And then I want the player start, because when the game starts I want that the player spawns at a certain position. What I do there is I go here on top, you can see there is this plus here. Anywhere is the player start, but instead actually you can instead of searching it, You can go here to all class, and then here it is also, but instead of searching it here, you can start typing, and then it pops up the search menu when you start just typing. So player, you can see it is there, player start, and then you, okay, you must only write the player start, right? And then you can select it, point it a little bit above, press and it snaps on the ground. And now my player start is also defined. And then the next thing what you have to do is activate your world settings again. You go here to the world settings, and you can see here's nothing selected. Select your game mode. In my case, it's GMG game. And my game mode has all the presets what I made earlier, which is my third person character will be selected, this HUD class, my player controller, all the settings what we have made in our game mode is here selected. And then the last thing before I stop here is I go here on file, and then I go here to save current level as, and I have already tried it a little bit more here. Let's call this level 5. And my level 5 is finished. The next thing what we have to set up is we have to call this level, but before we can call it, let's switch back to our other level, which is let's go to my game, let's go to level, let's go, here's my main menu. This is probably my place where I start. The problem is here the main menu must call it, but actually you would not call level 5 probably. At start normally would call level, after level main menu the start level, and start level is in my case level 1. But first of all, you can open up your game mode. Perhaps you have set up your call from here. In my case, I have not set it up here because I'm using a widget. And the widget is in my case here in the HUD class. So it depends where you have your call. Then you will search this place, and my HUD class is using this event begin play. I think I explained this already in one of my videos. And now what we have to do is just add here level 4 to our OR, which is a bad solution, by the way. I have here a better one when you use the not equal one. The same thing, instead of using equal and all time writing or this, just write one time not equal, and then the main menu level. So how to do this, let me show you this as well. So you first go to your event begin play. This can you can make this in game mode as well, but in my case it's implemented in the HUD class. So then you go here, event begin play, you start from there, then get current level name. So this is just to get the current level name, because this one we will compare. Then here from this one you drag out and write equal. When you write it right, equal, oh my god, what's going on, equal, yeah, equal. And then here you select, you can select this one, both, it's working I think, but this one is the standard one, so let's select this one. Then you write, this one is the wrong, sorry, you write here not equal, and now here not equal, because we want the not equal is the negated equal. So, and then you select again here this one, it's not equal, then you write here which it should be not equal. And in my case you can see it's here the level menu. So what you can make is you go here to your levels, you go here, select your level menu, but not double click it, just select it, press F2. Then when you press F2 it would select this, and then press Ctrl C for copying it, and then you can paste this there. I don't know why it works not on mine right now, perhaps there are some settings, but anyway, you make this and paste this here, or just write it here. Important is this name must be right. If this is wrong it will not work. And then you make a branch from this one, you drag out branch. A branch is all time a check. It will check if this condition, this comparison is okay. If it's okay, then it goes this way. If it's not okay, it goes the false way. Then you connect this one, and you see this solution is the same like here, is much better than that what I showed you in my other video. And like I said, this is all-time prototyping, which means you can find all-time optimization, better ways, because it's not, let's say, yeah, profiled game. It is just prototyped game. Prototype means all the time you find a solution, you are happy with the solution, and later when you profile the game, you try to find better solutions. All right, with that said, now the question is now why I make this, because this one here, what I made, will call normally my start widget, and I don't want this. Let me show you this. So we are here in my main menu. When I start my menu, this widget is called, but when I switch to the other level, I want not call that this widget is called. That's why, let's go here, exit. That's why I have this setup here. Please don't call this widget, the start menu widget, only if this one is the level main menu. If it's one of the other one, then call it not. You can see the so if it's the other one, then would call nothing, and if it's this one here, it will call my widget which we created here before. All right, this is nice, but now yeah, let's kick the solution. It's just waste. This is better. We have a better solution. Let's use the better solution here. Why not? And then let's go here to the next step, which I have to set up as well, which is then you go back to your game mode in my case, because there is one more setting which we have to do, which is when I press play, you can see it will check does the save game exist, which we talked already, and then if we have a save game, it will load the save game from this point on and then start there. If it's not exist, then it will start here from the start, and the start is normally your level 1 or the first map which you want to load after the main menu, right? In my case, level 1, but for test purposes, because we just created level 4, I can just change it to level 4. This is just for testing if my call works. Normally this level 4 you would call after you finish level 3. Then there is an endpoint, and the endpoint is calling then level 4 if you want to proceed with the leveling or something like that. Okay, this one we have. Now I can go here, and now I can press new, and we are in our map. You can see, okay, I scaled it a little bit low and a little, but you have to design this. This is just for prototyping. Now the designer would come and say, okay, you made a prototype, you will you want something like that, okay, but this looks awful. I make it also like this one here, but much prettier, much better, and probably also bigger, because this one is too small. Or my character is anyhow too big, who knows. Anyway, that's it for this video, and in the next video I want call now all the implementation what we made. For example, the progress bar, the hurt, and the option menu. The option menu actually works already here, but this hurt here and this progress bar, so when we get damage, when we get collector hurt, and we will also implement, for example, a hurt in our map to show how this works and all this kind of stuff. You can see this gets better and better. Our little game becomes more and more stylish, and all the components work. So if you have any questions, like all time, write in the comment section. See you in the next video. Bye, good luck, and like all time, have fun and never give up.